Mission stardate 04/2018. The A team started on April 1st of 2018, and this is 3 weeks later. We started recording these on about the 15th and had some technical difficulties. So this is one of the first, if not the first, real mission that was recorded in full. Enjoy.
I don't know what the intent is for today.
Liberation of this planet. Liberation of the universe.
Okay, well, that's every day. Okay.
Yeah, that's every day. We just have to have that intent because we're going to be doing different things. And that's our main intent, clearing and liberating, and that covers a lot. Who do we have that's piggybacking? We've got our continuums. The continuums are here in full force. Some of you may feel them or see them. You want to check and see who we have in our who we have in close actually attached to us. We do have beings attached to us now.
We have divinity with us. We have Mother Earth with us. We have King Kali, of course, Maruk.
Crystalline beings.
Yes, Sun Saint Germain, Sun Joffrey, Ashtar, Sananda. We've got some other ones, new ones, Michael and Raphael, yes. And Samuel, Jophiel, Eloise. Who else? These are like main ones are like right around us. They're forming a circle.
Oh, Ashtar.
Yeah, we have Ashtar. But there's some new ones that we normally don't see. Just ask.
We have new beings from other universes with us, Mother.
Yes. And we want to acknowledge them and thank you so much for coming. And we're all now manifesting, putting on our protective gears. We've got our backpacks loaded with our angel fire and stuff. Got our weapons and they're loaded down with energy.
Tiamat and Walter, we didn't mention.
Tiamat and Walter. Walter said he's undercover.
Okay, Walter.
Walter, you're undercover. Okay, baby, you're undercover.
I see a fairy on your head, Mom.
Barbara.
Yeah, it's Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
I want to calibrate us on where we're at a little bit here because yesterday was astonishing. It was I think it was a phone issue with Carla, and we traced it back to a tiny emotion of the Anunnaki at the beginning of time.
Oh, wow.
So that's where we're at. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for, probably. Today.
Right.
We're dealing with, this is also educating y'all about what this is, what the Matrix, really what it is, the universal holographic universe that we are in our computer generated illusion, digital creation. How we actually operate. See, we've all been fooled into the density of just a 3D, of feeling, seeing, and touching with our two eyes. Thought form. And now it's time to go beyond that because we're way beyond that. We do stuff in our sleep that we don't remember. We do stuff with a thought. Thought is powerful. That's why some of these things happen, because beings that had ill will manifested this stuff. So I say that your thoughts and your tone and everything is powerful. You're packing some serious BTUs now, and it's Friday and it's on. I do believe we're ready to go in. We're going to send a very strong charge with our intent, our energy, And what's the first energy we're going to send in? First one we're going to send is going to be the Central Sun energy. We're going to send all these energies in, but that one will be in the forefront. I'm assuming it is to.
It paralyzes any dark.
Yes, it's going to
Super.
paralyze them. And we are looking at the military, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have that as a forefront focus. Police. We're looking at all of them. But we're gonna get some in-depth detail on what's going on with the military. We gotta clean out some trash, and we're gonna be doing it in 3D. We're gonna be neutralizing them. So yes, we're gonna neutralize them, and then we're gonna hit them with the Sacred Angel Fire. Then we're gonna use the Dragon Angelic Fire, a little bit different from Sacred Angel Fire. And then we're going to come back with the white crystalline. But we're going to send all that energy in first and let it do its work. And while it's working that part, we're going to be doing some reconnaissance. We need to look at some things. We're going to do like a sanitation of the internet, the media. That's critical. We're going to get rid of these spies. They're running scans right now on our fleets, our Garthan network, and our resistance members that are both on the surface and below. Checking all timelines. We're running the check. Checking all portables, sub-portals, because they found some stuff. We'll get into that. We've got it looks like a little office, and we've got like a little onboard, little computers. It's pretty cool looking. Got our gear on, and we're locked and loaded. We need to find out where we're going first. What's the first step? What do we have to check out? They're already sending in all of the energy. As you can see, it's being administered by the ships, and they're flooding the timelines with the Central Sun energy. And what is that doing? Remember, we have the codes. Opening up all the files, all the folders.
I just got Africa.
We've got to go. They want us to go to Africa. And what's in Africa that we need to be focusing on? There's some folders that opened up. This is going back, I'm getting to the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And remember we had the thing with the Anunnaki?
Yes.
And some of them have been deceptive. They were given the sentence to remain and make amends for their actions, along with some other beings. And the Anunnaki aren't all just reptilians. There are different types. Just like you have Americans, and we're different, the Anunnaki are the same. Go ahead, Carly. There's more.
Iran, Iraq.
They violated the Galactic Codex, made a big mess. Some of them been slinking around and going back. They went back into timelines, and they've been meddling. Confirmed.
Yes.
And what we did was, that's why we hit with the sacred, with the Central Sun energy, because they're stunned right now. They've been subdued. They cannot move, and we know where they are. They're marked because their intent was of ill intent, and they were conspiring with the other ones. Were trying to get the hell out of here. Maruk is leading this excursion. So what is the verdict? What are we going to do with these? We need to know how many we're dealing with. They're in different timelines, but they're in that area. Confirm?
I'm getting yes.
Okay, how many do we have total that we're going to be? They're going to be deleted, and we're going to have to sanitize those areas.
I'm getting 10,262.
That's 10,000 too many for me. Thank you. One of them is just way too many. Snakes. Okay, our elite forces are down moving in. So we make sure we don't miss any of them. We're going to focus our attention. Do we need to go back to the beginning of time?
Yes.
We're going back to the beginning of time. And what's sitting at the beginning of time?
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki. A whole bunch of them mofos, too. They went back in time and they were plotting. I see them and they can't move. And they don't know why they can't move.
Right.
At this time, what are we going to do? There's already divinities already handed down the verdicts. I mean, they were already tried in what we call our galactic courts. All of the reconnaissance was done. Are we going to take them into custody? What are we going to do?
The Central Sun.
I told you, if the dragons were moving in, they've already got everything ready.
They've already been given their chance. They blew it.
And they blew it. And they don't get another. And that's the order. Cleanse them from the matrix. They're being scrubbed.
That was like a flash and they're gone.
Because I told you, flick a button. Once they're immobilized, and all this other stuff that's here is immobilized right now too. So confirm they're gone.
Yes.
They're now cleansing all of those timelines, and you'll start seeing them. They'll look healthy here shortly. Interference has been removed. Subfolders are being checked. All folders are being checked within folders.
Mm-hmm.
And the empty folders are being, what do they do with the empty folders?
Destroy them.
They're destroying them. They're cleaning them, making sure that there's nothing left open.
Like collapsing them.
Mom, what about the other Anunnaki that are on their ship in rehab? I mean, are they doing okay so they will be allowed to continue their restitution?
These are the ones that are, like I said, they have been hearing. They even turned off their reproduction. So they couldn't reproduce. And they are trying to get it together. Those ones I'm getting were actually ones that were hybrided with the reptilian dominance, reptilian brain sort of aggression.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that the others can't get loose.
Well, I mean, we have to, we just can't go in and just wipe them out if they're not doing anything.
No, right. I just want to make
Okay.
sure they get loose.
Well, you have to ask Ashtar, because they are confined now to their planet. These use some type of mechanism, and they came from the future, and everything has been traced back.
So they were on the planet when it was like quarantined? The ones that
They
were
came
finding
in,
out?
some kind of way they came in. They had been, they've been laying in wait. They were in subfolders,
Like,
Ashtar.
what do you call it?
Can you explain?
Like they were in like a sleep mode or whatever?
Yeah, whatever. When we started opening up everything and busting those codes, a lot of this stuff started coming up to the surface, is my understanding.
Okay. So they started waking up?
Yeah, basically. They still had ill intent. They were hiding or I guess you could say they were hiding, laying in wait. Evidently, they weren't some of the ones that agreed to leave, because they basically left. See, when they left in 1999, I guess you could say, guesstimation, officially left. That's when the Archons, was it they left in 1999 or was it 96? Whenever they left or they started leaving or agreed to leave, then that's when the Archons, and I'm getting that was just a plot.
That was in 96.
Yeah. Okay, we are now done with that. They've sanitized and crystallized everything, timelines, past, current, and future. What's next?
Why did you see Africa?
That's where they landed.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They came into Africa first when they came in. That was a
Okay.
very large continent, and at that time, everything was pretty much one landmass.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in the day. Okay, we're moving on to the next. I believe the next thing we need to look at is
Military.
the military. Correct. Read my mind. And we're gonna who's giving us direction on that?
Ashtar.
Yeah, that's his baby. So we're gonna get some direction. Where are they wanting to go first?
This is
We've got
April
all of
20th.
these ones marked. We've got a
April
great,
20th.
quite a bit of a big number. You remember that anyone that went into the military, their sacred light would automatically drop down to like 37%.
Oh yes, I remember.
And this is also going to be tied into the space programs and the deep state and all that good jazz. What are you seeing?
I'm getting San Diego.
San Diego? Why are we needing to go to San Diego?
The
This
base
is
down there.
and this
I
also
got that earlier.
the Navy.
The Navy is there.
And what eluded us to this about the Navy?
They were looking at you.
Bingo, you are so smart. Yes. And who was looking at me in the Navy? Because you can see them. They're marked. They're tied to the SSP.
Ah.
The High General.
Yeah, I got general.
I got general as well.
Mm-hmm. Plotting. Ill intent. And right now they are they're spill. Yeah, I guess I can say they're fourth dimensional. How are you going to approach this? Ashtar tell you. We always start
I
at the.
see him taken out of body.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going back to the very beginning. We make sure we're not missing any of these. And what was that in the? There was something in the general. What was it?
Reptilian.
Yep.
There's more than one general.
Mm-hmm. There's more than one that's marked.
Yeah.
How many do you have that's marked? And like I said, they're doing a swing sweep. We're starting from the very beginning of time.
How many total? Not just the generals.
Yeah, how many total
How many
are
total
marked
in the Navy?
for removal? We don't say the Navy. How many
Okay,
are just
many?
marked for removal? Because some of them are not just in the Navy.
Right. How many need to be removed from the beginning of time? 112,000.
Take them out. Follow protocol. And it just jumps from that connection to that connection. They reproduced, they infiltrated, they interfered, they were connected to these corporations. They're ones that are marked in these corporations. It's everywhere. It's a sweep of the matrix across all levels, third and fourth, and if necessary beyond. Some of their connections are also out into on other planets. And then they get through with their sweep, their cleanse, then you're going to look and see these ones. Now, what happens after they pull them out of the body?
They collapse.
Not necessarily. Some of these ones, we can't have them falling out.
Yeah, I don't see them collapsing. I think
That leaves a void.
Okay.
I see them being replaced.
Correct. And it's a complete replacement. We don't just put something back in there. We completely replace them. We can copy that being exactly the way it looks because it's a hologram, and a completely total clean copy that's not corrupt. We're having to do that with some of our people also. We're learning. We're getting direction and from these beings that have come in to help.
I think they're going to outside our universe looking for the connections.
They are. They are. And the ones that have been coming in that are coming from these other universes and everything are helping.
Yes, they are. They're like beings, all of them.
Yeah. This is going even better than we expected. Confirmed.
Yes.
We did do another sweep of our underground, our resistance movement, both on. We'll just start with underground. Did we find any more infiltration there?
I got stragglers.
Few stragglers, but not a whole lot. How many? Really reduced now.
A dozen.
That's doable. Out of how many? What's our total that we have resistance underground? The resistance movement. We have a force of resistance. They're called they're just called the resistance movement. They're stationed there. They're different types of scientists and all kinds of stuff. Matrix specialists. So just ask them how many we have underground.
How many do
Still.
we have underground in the resistance movement? 25 million?
Yep. This is all education. That's all.
Yeah.
At one time, we had 70 million.
Wow.
At the peak of this, it takes that. There's a lot to look. There's a lot to do. A lot. And we have to commend them because they're brave. And those are 3D. Is that correct? 4D? Both.
I got both.
They're both. Okay, now we're going to check our fleets. See how we're doing with that protocol, keeping them clean.
I was seeing that earlier.
Okay, what's your report?
They're clear. I see. Remember when I said the last time they were having problems with their computers and stuff on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what happened.
They're going to get some help with that. As far as the problem they had an infiltration is what I'm getting. AI. And we're going to go and we're going to look at our Middle Earth, 4D Argartha, and others. There's others beside Argartha.
Uh-huh.
And we're checking all of them to make sure that there's no infiltrations. There was some, but not very. It was very, very light. So what do we have? Well, just overall, fourth dimensional.
What is that you want to know? What is remaining there as reinforcement or?
No, the number of infiltrations. They would have all been marked. They've already been removed, but that's already on record. And you can ask Barbara just to give you that report, the number that they found.
22.
Now,
There might have been 2,200.
that's still good. Now we do need to check on the issue we have with the parasites, the production of the parasites. Ashtar, what's our status now on eliminating this issue with them producing the parasites, the spiders and worms and all that stuff?
I feel like that's at 77% clean.
That's doable. Have Ashtar, have you located any more of these places they've been producing the parasites, replicating them?
Factories?
Yeah, they're factories and other ways. Are there any other ways that they've been reproducing them remotely?
Corporations?
That's true. Anywhere else? I'm getting hospitals.
Got that yesterday too.
Where else? Anyone else?
The only thing that I got was food production,
They're putting it in the food.
like the warehouses and stuff.
Right. It's in the water too. You know, their animals are infected, being infected too. So, question is, how do we resolve it? There is a way to resolve it. We have an intent that we can do to resolve it. Some of the stuff they were producing, it has been off the planet.
Use white light for clearing it.
Yeah, we
On-
need to.
Undo.
And-
Uncreate.
Bingo.
That's
Bingo.
good. Yeah.
We need to uncreate. You know, we need to sanitize, yes, and then we also need to uncreate where it doesn't exist in the first place. And there's folders, and we needed to find the folders. Is that correct, Ashtar?
Yes.
Yep. I already see the folders starting to open already.
Yep. What our, because your intent is strong. This is a strong desire in you for you want it because you've had firsthand. I mean, you know, a lot of us have, but you've had firsthand experience with, you know, with the digestive issues.
Yes.
So it's personal. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch on board because they've got the same problem. You know, they when we'd go into their ships, when we'd have to attack them, shift in, we'd come back out with parasites and stuff all over us. Had to be fumigated. It's nasty. I don't like them. There's no purpose for them to exist if this is what they're all about. This is, I believe, the artificial intelligence. Let's confirm.
Yes.
And this was a creation. This was their thought. They thought this up. And we're going to undo it, uncreate it, and everything they use to make these parasites. And by doing this, these people that have been struggling to wake up can wake. So we're going back. We had to put our biohazard suits on.
They're orange and white.
And I see us putting on our backpacks, and our crystalline beings are with us, and we're finna roll.
Tiamat has on her suit, but she has a crown on top of her head.
She's not taking, excuse me, she's not taking that crown off. She said she got her crown back, and that's it. Do we have to change your name, Tiamat?
The Queen Tiamat.
Yeah, that's what she told me. She said, I am the queen. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we're back at the beginning of time. And what is there? Because these are all the folders now. They're all open.
The AI.
Yeah, and it's got all these places, you know, where they've been, you know, the factories and how they were cooking this stuff up, you know, in the basements. And this is unreal. And it seems to be, is it safe to say, military?
In the pharmaceutical.
And the pharmaceuticals, which is still military, basically. They're all interconnected. Their subfolders are open now. Since this has been personal for all of you, we're just going to set your intent. You're unleashing the first thing you're going to unleash is going to be the Central Sun energy, which we're administering now. And what's that going to do? That energy is going to open up all of their connections, because that's what we're setting the intent.
Mm-hmm.
Now you will start seeing connections. It's backtracking, and it's picking up everything.
Goes back to the military.
Went back to the military. Mind control.
Yeah. And then AI.
And then AI. Correct. And it's still going. I mean, it's going and it's going and going. Going all off planet.
Our universal beings are on it.
Yep. They're tracing it. Oh, they found some little turkeys up in the fleets. And you can see them. Say, I have the intent that you can see them. They're all marked. They're marked with the, what is the mark that they get now?
I'm seeing it as a black X.
And what does that interpret that? Ask them what that means is when they get the black X.
What does that mean when they get the black X? They're done for.
She said they're done for. She don't know what that black X means, but she know they're done for.
Yes, I do.
Well, I thought the black X was black magic, Mom.
That's possible because there is black magic in the
Isn't that the Mark of Cain?
No, the Mark of Cain looks like the central sun.
Oh, okay.
You are seeing the black X,
Okay.
and you're correct. It is black magic. They are being replaced, but those ones are going to be eliminated. That's like a corrupt program. That's what these are. These are corrupt programs.
I don't think they're finished with the timeline yet.
No, but they've already have a mark, so you just want the number that are marked.
Okay. How many are marked?
That's from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What, 20,000 AD?
112 million. No. 292 million.
And my number just keeps getting bigger and bigger every time I look at it.
I know, that's what keeps happening.
They keep finding them.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be at least 1 billion, if not more. Because keep.
Doesn't take them that long, though. You have to remember these
No.
are quantum computers, and they're going in, snatching them out, putting in a clean copy that's not corrupt. Yeah,
Some of them are being eliminated, though, right?
It depends on their intent. If they're just a worker working there, then they'll be cleaned. But if they're, managers or supervisors and they knew what was going on and they were gung-ho working on it, and all the CEOs and all that, all the owners and everything, they'll probably be gone.
Well, like I said, they'll be completely replaced.
Yeah.
And all of them that are tainted with this, they're just basically replacing with clean, uncorrupted copies with a protection so they will not be corrupted again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there halfway there.
Yeah.
And this is something that we can just go ahead and let them clean. And I'm waiting for the green light so that we can go ahead and do the crystal training. I thought we'd do something fun instead of, have to, watch stuff being destroyed, even though it's necessary.
Yes.
They're finding them all in these charity organizations all over the place. Isn't that nice? You get your little care package and it's full of parasites.
Oh, God.
Mom, I was getting that they found I saw them find some archons.
Yep.
They were those black, dead tree looking beings.
And see, that's why we went in first with the central sun energy, stunning them. They just flat were stunned. They were in the subfolders, is that correct? Hidden?
I was getting that they were we got rid of almost all the archons, but there were a few that escaped to this timeline. They jumped total timelines.
They were
Yeah.
the ones who were in charge of creating all of this nano and stuff.
Right. And that's why we put a block. So, wherever they ran, they would be caught.
Yes.
They started running when we started hitting them with the central sun energy. That's what I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I don't want to see them anymore. They're really ugly.
And you're really good at finding them, and good job, dear.
Yeah.
Good job. All of y'all, good job. We're 80% done, confirmed.
Yes.
I have never seen the Galactics as happy as they are right now.
Good.
And let's find out from Saint Germain. Saint Germain, will we be able to now all together? We're going to look at the crystals. They're cleaning my link in. They're destroying all the threats.
Yes.
Y'all probably are seeing some of this as it is being cleaned.
I'm just seeing light.
Looking good, looking good. Here's some people talking about the past cannot be changed. Yes, it can.
Yes, again.
That's what I'm looking at. You're an idiot. Yes, the past can be changed. That's the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
That's funny.